Deming of Equity Armor Investments joins us now for Chart Talk. Good morning to you, Dan.
Good morning, Angie.
What are you watching for as far as hints to what could be next in this market?
Well, I find it pretty interesting. Actually, yesterday we saw a little bit of a blow-off there. Early in the morning, we saw most of the major averages down significantly and then able to rally and kind of maintain the levels into the close, at least close closer to unchanged. And the one area that showed actually some strength after a lot of weakness over the last month was the Russell. We saw the Russell up almost 1% yesterday. So from a short-term perspective, maybe you could glean a little bit from that, hey, maybe we saw a temporary bottom put in yesterday.
Also, the financials showing leadership in the market.
Well, on a relative strength standpoint, they are. You're seeing the XLF, which is an ETF based on many of the major financial stocks, actually just getting down to its 50-day moving average right around the 23, or I think 22.97 is that level. And, you know, relative to what we've seen in most of the other major sectors, we've seen most of those indexes now well below the 50-day moving average. So, yeah, from a relative strength standpoint, the financials are hanging in there.
What is the volatility index signaling?
It's starting to signal, like yesterday we saw the VIX pop up to 18 and then reverse and close lower. So from, again, a short-term perspective, that reversal intraday and a lower close would indicate possibly the market has put in a temporary bottom. Also, I think it's really key to point out, Angela, that as we roll into October, the market now is starting to move on a relative basis, or I should say on an actual basis, a realized basis, much more in the last week or two. We're seeing realized volatility picking up. Even though the VIX hasn't necessarily jumped up significantly, we're still seeing it at the elevated levels right now.
Good to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.